What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with some more JID. This time we're checking out his song Money. And this is off the album Forever Story. Now, I got a good chunk of that album already done. I've kind of been taking my time, and I searched my archive, and I don't think I have a reaction to this song yet. So it's awesome that my first reaction to it will be for the official music video. Sometimes I love it when things work out like that. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Sound effects is hard, bro. I don't want, like, I think the type of stuff is so easy to kind of look over, you know what I mean? And now that I produce and stuff my own music, it's hard to layer that stuff, right, and make it sound believable.
It's gonna be a bunch of little kids, a bunch of little boys and girls singing this little part right here.
Oh, I see. You stink.
Nigga, money on my mind more than half the time. They put our masks on the money, so I mastermind.
Okay. They put our massa on the, so I mastermind. That's a bar. This early in JID. Okay. What else could we expect?
Money on my mind more than half the time. They put our masks on the money, so I mastermind. Don't mind the mess, I'm a mad scientist scrapping rhymes. She really Jimmy Neutron mixing a nuclear. And as their eyes are watching God, I'm trying to rise above poverty, philosophies, and prophecies to rise. Follow me forward forever, never fall too far behind. As I tell my testimony, test of verdi's at a time.
Yo, facts, bro. That's all I've been hearing, right? If you guys seen any of my other reactions to this stuff off his album, dude is a storyteller, and every song has a part in this, right? It's interesting that he titled it The Forever Story, right? I feel like in the way that he, and kind of like what he says, right? It's the type of stuff where you can kind of go back, right? 2 years, 3 years from now, and probably still find some stuff that you may have missed. You know what I mean? Like that could be like a whole different story, or it's a story that's going to ring true, or most of the stuff he might talk about in here is going to ring true because it's kind of based off the past. You know what I mean? Like the past, the type of stuff that we still see here today, kind of taking those type of issues and stuff that are still relevant today, that's been relevant for the past 100 years or so, and then putting it in his own words, the forever story. You know what I mean? Because this is something that just keeps repeating and repeating.
I'm trying to rise above poverty, philosophies, and prophecies to rise. Follow me forward forever, never fall too far behind. As I tell my testimony, test of verdi's at a time. He was dumb without a dime. Youngest in the family, succumbed from out of crime. Came from East Atlanta, Moreland after South to shun. In his path, 20 East was probably like the Autobahn. Better get his autograph, he gon' have Grammys and arms. Remember he was smoking little Grammys in the slums? Trying not to panic, couldn't imagine what was done. Father Tom, fuck Mother Earth, and had an Uncle Tom. Now them crackers snatching black cats by their tongues.
Once again, here the storytelling. You know, the thing about the way that he tells stories, that it can be a little bit captivating, right? There isn't anything boring about it. And I think a lot of that's got to do, of course, with the beat selection, right? It's already kind of giving us back in the day type of vibes.
He's in the slums, trying not to panic, couldn't imagine what was done. Father Tom, fuck Mother Earth, and had an Uncle Tom. Now them crackers snatching black cats by their tongue. For the cheese, rats creeping on your TV screen, selling you dreams. Granny buying holy waters off of Joel Osteen.
Oh, bro, hold on. For the cheese, rats creeping on your TV screen, selling you dreams. Again, right? This is more tied into my whole entire theory about the forever story. Stuff that's been going on for days and ages. You know, even I mean, yo, it's hard to talk about it, but you know, some of your icons, you know what I mean? Not all of them, but some of your icons out here selling you those dreams and everything. Not even showing you, not even revealing what's the stuff that's going on in the background to make that type of stuff happen. Of course, all we see is kind of like the end product, right? Just the end product. We don't ever see what goes into it, right? You only see the smiles and everything. selling you dreams.
Now them crackers snatching black cats by their tongue. For the cheese, rats creeping on your TV screen, selling you dreams. Granny buying holy waters off of Joel Osteen, rubbing it in my brother's head, say a prayer on her knees.
The illusion, right? That's it. Again, right? Not only does he kind of give us, like he says it, and then he kind of just like gives us another example just in case you didn't get it. The holy water, that was, what was that whole entire thing? Didn't he sell them holy handkerchiefs as well? Bro, it was wild. That was a wild time. What was that, TV back in the 90s? Very wild.
Holy waters off of Joel Osteen, rubbing it in my brother's head, say a prayer on her knees. I used to be jealous of Jared and portrayal like him, even Farad. Had the new J's and new jeans on. It's what I wanted at the time as a preteen. Pretend I'm a star. Pretty model in a G-string sitting on top the car.
This is what it is. This is what it is. Yo, I mean, bro, I think I've said this plenty of times in my other type of JID reactions about how us as the black community see success as material things, and that's why it's so plastered all over TV, right? With the chains and everything. So we look at that and we're like, yes, that's success. There's many pitfalls that a lot of young artists that rise to fame with a whole lot of money that instead of investing and go and buy those things because that's what they was growing up looking at, right? I'm no exception, right? BET was on pretty much all the time, in secret. We had to watch it away from our dad because, he wasn't all that type of stuff. But them late night Johns, man, what was it? The BT late night? I forgot what they called it, bro. It was early 2000s, man. Wild TV, man.
The preteen, pretend I'm a star. Pretty model in a G-string sitting on top the car. With a bottle that she drinking, leaving from out the bar. Scheme on $1 thinking if anybody is talking, put some green on his head, he better be market smart. But we never had a thing, so this all was in my thoughts because I ate so many bologna sandwiches as a child. I'd kill a nigga if he made one for me right now.
Bro, it wasn't bologna sandwiches for me. It was mostly beans. I hate beans to these days because bologna sandwiches. Not only that, but it was hot dogs that was boiled and then cut in half on some bread with ketchup. It was cinnamon and butter on some bread. Also had that, the peanut butter jelly sandwiches. A whole lot of beef stroganoff, bro. So some of that stuff, bro. My goodness, bro. You taking it, man? Come on now.
Bologna sandwiches as a child. I'd kill a nigga if he made one for me right now. Ironic that being broke is an expensive lifestyle. No wonder they sell it.
Being broke is an expensive lifestyle. See, here's the reason, right? We don't have, right? When you don't grow up with that amount of money, there's two things. You aren't taught financial responsibility. You know what I mean? And as soon as you get some money, right, then what you want to do is go buy these extravagant things, and before you know it, you broke. Like, that's a bar. Ironic that being broke is inexpensive. That's why it's expensive. That's crazy.
It's an expensive lifestyle. No wonder they sell it.
Power went out. Was this supposed to simulate JID and his older brother, right, that went to jail?
On my mind more than most of the time, and most of my grind go to promote my rhymes. The nigga don't glow, I shine. I feel like Coach Prime. I throw a bomb if they encroach your line, and don't socialize the goals to get the most downs before it's the end of your time.
And don't socialize the goal is to get the most downs for it's the end of your time. Don't socialize the goal. So if it's just one of them things where, right, if you making some big moves, and you got the picture in your head. That's the thing about dreams. If you want to kill a dream, do you tell it to a small-minded person? They don't have everything that you're thinking about in their head, right? They can't understand that. They can't understand the bigger picture. So if you tell it to them, since they only got bits and pieces, they can tear you down. You got to protect that. You got to protect your dreams. So don't socialize the goal. And don't socialize the goal is to get the most downs for us to end it, right? Because if the least amount of people you tell, then that's when it's going to come out of nowhere and people couldn't get the big picture. Going to be like, yo, where did this come from?
time. It's hard for a nigga to score when they keep on moving the goal line. Now he outside the liquor store with a lot of the ticket, leaving a double shift at the Walmart on Russian Road. Still trying to keep composure, rolling past the gas station where he hold niggas from a little parlay play. Made a nigga make spray by they dough. So a nigga don't play by no code. Back in the day we was told about reparations, get a mule, 40 acres or so. Justification or repayment for the pain of your soul. Fast forward, fuck patience, I ain't waiting no more. I gotta take it, paper chasing like I'm Dre or I'm Hov. Gay with the clothes. Fuck Hulk Hogan and fuck Joe Rogan because it flows. You know how it goes. Need a bitch that's down with OPP and down with IPOs. Feel like ODB, you hoes better have my pesos. Had to pray more, cause feeding 7 kids plus the mortgage, gotta pay more. The food from in the fridge from last night is on the table. Y'all sit down and say y'all grace because we ate so many bologna sandwiches as a child. I'd kill for one of them shits if I could have one right now. Ironic, I'm having dough, but don't promote the lifestyle. Just want my people to grow, let's make a toast to right now. Get some money, say it with me loud now.
That's a banger right here, y'all. Man. Oh, that's tough. You see what ends up happening in that situation. It's now one of them got to provide. You know what I mean? And you ain't taught the lessons that you need. You know, what you look forward to is, you know, where you can get that learning from, right? Somebody come start flashing some cash around you, you know, at the end of the day, you got to provide for your family. I feel like those people from the outside who don't necessarily know what life is like, kind of like, why don't you just do this? Why don't you just go college? And like JID said, sometimes that goal line continues to keep moving. You know, it ain't that simple, you know, like, bro, I'm telling you, there's many times in my life where I could have easily just kind of taken that road. But I'm very thankful that I have my father in my life because he definitely provided me with some guidance. But I 100% assure you, if I had continued when I was younger, my dad wasn't all the way around. Like, it's not because he didn't want to be in my life and everything. It was just because my parents were never together. My dad lived there, my mom lived there in another place, right? And I was just happened to be spending more time with my mom, but it got to this point to where I was just so angry. I was just so aggressive. I didn't really know what was going on. And my dad figured out that I needed to see him more, and he pretty much set me straight. But I just sit here and think about that type of stuff all the time, that, you know, if he was never around, I'd be a different dude right now. You know what I mean? That crucial upbringing is super important. And if it's not there, the support is not there, then, you know, what are you to do? Right? You still got to provide. You still got to eat. What are you to do? You know? So this whole entire album, for the most part, has been kind of like cautionary stuff. From what I've heard, you know, type of stuff that I know already, but I know it's kind of easy to kind of get caught up in all the bangers and everything. But you be stupid not to look into the deeper meaning of what Jay is trying to say here. You know what I mean? He just happened to be so good at his storytelling that he's able to make it into a banger, right? All right, y'all. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.